get 60 seconds to rant about something in your life. I will go first and go. I like to first shout out Eddie because one time Eddie opened a bag of potato chips, and in the bag of potato chips, there was nothing but air. There's empty air.
And not one chip.
No, not one chip. And they filled the whole thing with air. And I remember thinking, that's unbelievable. And so I hated that for you. But what I hate for me is I will get trail mix. And do you know what's the air of trail mix? Raisins. Why do they keep putting raisins one by themselves? Nobody likes them. You might find somebody who kind of likes them sometimes. Nobody loves raisins. Why are we letting raisins dominate trail mix? I love everything else in trail mix. I love a little salt. I love a little crunch. I love M&Ms in it. Love that. The raisins make the trail mix bad. It's not 1890. Raisins are not dessert. It's not you. Hey, children, you all get raisins for having such good grades.
Oh my gosh,
raisins
they used to do that?
Are awful. Replace them with M&Ms or nothing. That is the empty air in the bag.
Yeah.
That's it.
We support you.
That's my rant.
I'm with you on that.
I don't want to keep ranting, but it's so stupid.
It is so stupid.
That's all I had to eat yesterday. It was a bag of trail mix. Sorry, I mean a bag of raisins. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's my rant. Mine was angrier than I expected. I didn't mean to get so mad. I got a little angry because it had to be angry. Okay, 60 seconds. Amy, you ready? Go.
Okay, so here's a little rant that nobody warns you about, but I'm here to do so. I stopped getting Botox, and I just wanted to give my face a little bit of a break. I'm 44 now, and I started getting it like in my late 30s, and I got my eyebrows microbladed a while back as well, which is like a little tattooing. A lot of girls do it, and well, nobody tells you that when you stop getting Botox and your forehead starts to change, that your eyebrows will now no longer be in the same spot. So I had to get my eyebrows lasered off, and I have no brows, and that's why I'm wearing a hat, and it was super painful, and it's red underneath, so I have to go back for another laser appointment, and the laser actually singed the actual hair off my eyebrows and blanched them and turned them white. And so it's this whole thing that I wish in my 30s someone had warned me, like, hey, either pick or choose. Get the microbladed brows or get the Botox, but don't do it at the same time, because if you skip the Botox, then your forehead's going to change. It's just very annoying, and now I'm going to be living in hats.
Wow. I have a couple things to say. First of all, thank you for your honesty.
It sucks.
And second of all, about half those words I didn't know.
Yeah, thank you.
But I'm sure a lot of...
Probably because you're not a girl, but every girl
I'm
knows
not
what
a girl.
I'm talking
Not
about.
probably. We don't got to say probably. Not a girl.
Right,
I know a lot of people get confused. I do have a purse.
Most women in their 40s, they know about Botox and they know about microbladed brows.
And that's why you've been wearing a hat? Because every day you've been rocking a hat. Look, you look good
Bobby,
in a hat.
Can you lift it up a little bit? Like, what do you mean by you have no brows?
Well, I tried to draw them on, but I had to put like base. You know what that is, right, Bobby? Like foundation.
Well, yeah, I've had to use it. I say I'm not a girl, but yes. I've done. Okay,
I know you know about concealer and stuff like
but
that.
we don't have to keep going with that. Yes.
Because you do TV stuff.
Yes, but you do just go move on.
But they're so red under there that I had to just like cover them in makeup and then get a brow pencil and draw them on. And I tried to do no hat today. And then I went in the bathroom mirror at work and I was like, never mind.
The artwork is good. I'm looking at it now. I can kind of see it.
That's because it's covered by the hat. Pretty much it gives a shadow. But if we were outside in the sun right now, you'd be like, what?
We're guys. We wouldn't notice.
So I got a question. So for the rest of your life, you're going to have to draw them?
We notice nothing.
I don't know what's going to happen once this all resolves, but it's going to be like, check in with me and I don't know.
Igor. She's like the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Like, no, I looked at the calendar and I really feel like maybe I'll have an update and feel more normal come August.
What? August?
That's a long time.
I know, guys. It's a process. I don't know what to say.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's go over to Eddie. You'll have 60 seconds for your rant. Are you ready?
Yes.
Action.
So as a dad, I go to a lot of sports games with my kids or whatever, and I meet other dads, and I'm getting really frustrated with the whole, like, what do you do for a living? Because I feel like my answer is pretty easy. Like, oh, I'm on the radio. Oh, that's cool. You do a morning show? That's really cool. Bobby Bones, I love it. But when I ask them, it's always something like, I do logistics for conveyors. Like, what does that mean? Like, be a little more specific. Oh, I do project manager for something. I don't know what that means. If you're the guy that makes sure the ketchup goes in ketchup bottles, explain it to me like that.
Oh, so you want it specific?
Because I have no idea what any of these words mean.
Do you try Googling it?
We can't interrupt. I do the same thing. I'm sorry. That's on me too.
I had a question.
That's on me too. I know. That's on me too.
I'm in person. There's no Googling anything. I just wish that they would explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. I am the person that makes sure that the stitches on your shirt are right. They're straight on. Oh my gosh, we'd have so much conversation to have after that. But when they say logistics, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Conversation done.
Maybe it just sounds better for them to say that because I wasn't embarrassed, but they're like, and I don't want to admit to Eddie, I do the stitching in the fruit of the loom.
But I'll be like, that's so cool. So you make sure that that's right?
I
And
agree.
like,
People will tell me stuff like, what's your job? Oh, I do communication logistics product. I check out. I don't even ask.
there are no follow-up questions.
Yeah, nothing. Because I don't. It's like Amy going, I'm etch-a-sketching my eyebrows with Sunny D. I'm like, I don't know what to even say.
Yeah.
So 60 seconds, Lunchbox, and go.
So a few weeks ago, Bobby came to me and said, hey, you're going to Turkey. So I need to know, am I going to Turkey or am I not going to Turkey? I got my hopes all up talking about this Turkey trip. I envisioned myself on the Turkish beaches, climbing the mountains in Turkey, traveling over there, having a great old time because I've never traveled anywhere in this world and it would be amazing. I've looked at things online and sometimes my kids are talking to me going, Dad. And I'm like, oh, what? And it's because I'm daydreaming about Turkey. This summer, I've been thinking, man, can I do this? I don't know. I may be in Turkey at that time. People are like, hey, you want to get together? I don't know. I may be in Turkey. So I haven't heard anything about Turkey. Guys, am I going to Turkey? This guy has his bags packed. He has his imagination full of what it's going to be like in Turkey. What the Turkish food. I even went to a Turkish restaurant the other day for lunch to get used to the food.
Yeah, right.
Am I going
I think
to
he's lying, but that's funny.
Am I going to Turkey or am I not going to Turkey? Tell me, Turkey or no Turkey?
I felt like he started just saying the word turkey because he didn't want
I mean, he's the king at saying the same thing over and over in different ways.
to. So for those that aren't up to this segment, we talked about the travel board advisory of the country of Turkey. They say, hey, would Bobby fly out here and do a bunch of stuff, tourism? And I was like, it's not that I don't think Turkey would be great. That's like a 6 or 7 day deal. The schedule they wanted, I was not able to be gone. I said, I think it'd be fun to send Lunchbox to Turkey, though.
Someone that's not doing so much.
You said that.
Right.
And so...
Just does it differently.
Eddie's is a little more...
Someone that their calendar is wide open.
Oh, how about doesn't have a calendar?
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah, let's sort of like Eddie's.
So... Yeah, fair too. Scuba, is Lunchbox going to the country of Turkey?
It hasn't been ruled out that you're not going, but they haven't said that you are going. So it's kind of in this limbo space.
That's everything. That's every big deal ever. They're probably still working on the deal.
Yes,
Do I need to call Turkey?
No, go eat more turkey dinners.
You need to let him know
Turkey
he's
and dressing.
turkey dinner.
Yes.
Turkey jerky.
Just get you in.
Yeah.
All right, Morgan, last one. You good?
Yep,
All
I'm
right,
ready.
60 seconds, go.
Guys, I need to know, why do TV shows have to end? They start all these shows and then you get so invested in the characters and the storyline and you spend hours of your life with them, and then some of them just end for no reason. They leave you on a cliffhanger and you never know whatever happened to them. And there's nobody who ever fixes that. You just have to live the rest of your life never knowing what happened to these characters you were so invested in. And then you'll get and watch these shows for hours upon hours, and these new shows will come out and you'll start to watch them, and then they'll disappear again. And you just go on this ever cycle of watching TV shows and then they end. It's like a constant repetitive situation of never knowing what's going to happen in your life with TV shows. And I hate that there's all these TV shows out there that just end. I wish there was
She's about
one
to start
that
talking
was
about turkey, guys.
unlimited.
She's about to start talking about turkey. I feel like coming
so
on.
I need 30
Turkey.
seconds. Yes. So my point being is that I would really like for one TV show out there to be unlimited and never end,
Is she
so I
going
don't
to
have to
Turkey?
get invested.
Yes or no? Is she going to Turkey?
Stress me out.
You want to tell her why they end?
Yeah.
No,
Two things: either it's not getting ratings or streams, or
Yeah.
two, a lot into what sucked was during COVID they just had to cancel shows that were doing well. I loved the the book's called Showtime, but Winning Time was what they called the TV show about
that
the
was
Lakers.
such a good
They had to
show.
cancel it because they couldn't pay people during COVID. So mostly though, it's because it's not performing how they want.
I mean,
to.
I know that actual reason, but I just still don't think they should have to be canceled. Like, why am I investing so much time
Why
and
do
effort in these and then they
grandpas have
leave?
to die?
I know,
You know, Riley
man.
Green said it best.
Good song.
Yeah. All
You
right.
guys ever been like that though? You have a TV show and you get invested and then it just ends.
there's a lot of TV
Oh,
shows
yeah.
out
Yes.
there.
A lot knew
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and then they just make another one, just cycle, and I'm like, am I going to Turkey? And it's like, what the crap? Watch TV. Go to Turkey.
It's about